U.S. Capitol, where we're joined by Armenian Americans and Friends of Armenia, human rights advocates, believers in religious liberty from the Washington, D.C. area, but is also as far away as California, Boston, Florida, Chicago. We're here with one purpose, which is to demand that our U.S. government take a stand against the attempt by Turkey and Azerbaijan and their ISIS allies to eradicate the Armenian nation. They are today seeking to finish the work of 1915, the destruction of our homeland, the eradication of our heritage. They want to erase even our memory, and they're doing that today across the farms and fields of Artsakh, launching cluster bombs against residential areas, killing women and children, committing war crimes that should be sanctioned by the U.S. government. Our government, until this point, spoken in a very weak way on this subject, calling upon both parties to refrain from violence when they know that it's Azerbaijan that started this aggression, and they know very well that Turkey is arming that attack. The United States needs to condemn Azerbaijan outright, call out Turkey's complicity in this aggression, cut off every last goddamn dollar of U.S. military assistance to Azerbaijan, and sanction Aliyev, Erdogan, and their top lieutenants. That's what we're here to demand today. The protest today is, again, a community-wide affair organized by our local Armenian Youth Federation chapter. They're doing a great job. I want to show now some of the folks who've joined us today. We have as you can see, some of the signs say stop the bombing Aliyev, sanction Azerbaijan, Aliyev is guilty of war crimes, recognize Artsakh, a major goal, recognizing Artsakh. 8 or 9 U.S. states have already done so. We expect more to do the same in the coming days and weeks. Recognition of Artsakh is a major aim of ours, as is cutting off the military aid to Baku, sanctioning leaders in Ankara and in Baku. We're going to be joined in just a moment by our AYF team, and until then, take a look here at our protesters who are gathered.
You guys, let's turn around a 180 twist and let's start the protest.
Thank you for joining us for our third protest against the unprovoked aggression by Azerbaijan and Turkey towards Artsakh and Armenia. We will continue to protest, and we will not stop protesting until we see our free and independent Artsakh. Armenians demand justice!
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 Shame on Turkey!
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 Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Erdogan!
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 Shame on Aliyev!
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 Shame on Azeris!
Shame on Azeris!
Shame on Azeris!
Shame on Azeris!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
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 Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Kurds demand justice!
Kurds demand justice!
Greeks demand justice!
Greeks demand justice!
Armenians demand
justice!
Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Erdogan!
Shame on Erdogan!
Yerevan wants peace!
Yerevan wants peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Yerevan wants peace!
Yerevan wants peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Yerevan wants peace!
Yerevan wants peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Yerevan wants peace!
Yerevan wants peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Armenians demand justice!
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 Shame on Azerbaijan!
Shame on Azerbaijan!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Azeris!
Shame on Azeris!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Aliyev!
Shame on Erdogan!
Shame on Erdogan!
Shame on Turkey!
Shame on Turkey!
Shame on Turkey!
Shame on Turkey!
Shame on Erdogan!
Shame on Erdogan!
Erdogan must be gone!
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 Recognize Artsakh!
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 Recognize genocide!
Recognize genocide!
Recognize genocide!
Recognize genocide!
Shame on Turkey!
Shame on Turkey!
Shame on Turkey!
Shame on Turkey!
Say that again.
On Turkey!
Shame on Turkey!
Get your hands off our land!
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 Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Armenians demand justice!
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 Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, stand for the truth!
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 Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, fight the lies!
Recognize Artsakh!
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 Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh! Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Trump, fight the lies!
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 Trump, stand for the truth!
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 What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
End the cycle of genocide!
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 Turkey funds ISIS!
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 Trump, stand for the truth!
Trump, stand for the truth!
Louder! Trump, stand for the truth!
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 Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, fight the lies!
Trump, fight the lies!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
End the cycle of genocide!
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 Azeri youth, learn the truth!
Azeri youth, learn the truth!
Turkish youth, learn the truth!
Turkish youth, learn the truth!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Turkey funds ISIS!
Turkey funds ISIS!
Turkey funds ISIS!
Turkey funds ISIS!
Yerevan wants peace!
Yerevan wants peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Yerevan wants peace!
Yerevan wants peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh!
Recognize Artsakh! Trump, stand for the truth!
Trump, stand for the truth!
Trump, stand for the truth!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Turkey!
Sanction Azerbaijan!
George Batgamma, Yereka Batgam Bironok, we're going to have 3 speeches. I'm the first. I'm representing the AYF chapter that put this event together, along with community organizers across the DC and DMV Armenian community. First and foremost, a round of applause to all of you who came out today and all of the organizers. We have very clear demands today. We have very clear demands. Let's lay them out. Artsakh is the indigenous name of a land commonly referred to by its colonial misnomer, Nagorno-Karabakh. It's a piece of land that many haven't heard of, most haven't learned about in class, and almost all couldn't locate on a map. But yet, I stand here, not alone, no, but united with a loud and proud Armenian American community that spans this country to tell you, my congressional representative leaders, that alongside everything this unprecedentedly demanding moment has put on your shoulders, know this: this piece of land, Artsakh, is home to a centuries-long freedom and peace-loving people whose very existence requires your action right now. What is required of you is no mystery. Far from it. We demand today what we have demanded every April 24 since the year 1915. And that is for you, my congressional leaders, for you to stand for and take action on the truth. The attempt on Armenian lives in Artsakh taking place right this moment is not a matter of clashes from both sides that require mutual de-escalation. No, nothing of that sort. Nothing of that sort, no theatrical rendition that perpetuates a categorically false purity. No, the fact of the matter, the truth, is that 105 years ago, the Ottoman Empire set out to exterminate the indigenous Armenian people of the Armenian highland in what virtually all historians and what both houses of Congress as of late last year agree was indeed a genocide. 105 years later, with no punishment and with no accountability, the successor of the Ottoman Empire, Turkey, along with his partner in genocide, Azerbaijan, have made it explicitly clear that in the direct words of the Turkish dictator Erdogan, they plan to, and I quote, fulfill the mission which our grandfathers have carried out for centuries in the Caucasus. Fellow Armenians, my congressional leaders behind me, a genocide that which is denied is a genocide that which is continued. And right now, taking advantage of a pandemic, Turkish and Azerbaijani aggression threaten the very existence of Armenian lives with another genocide. But that's where you come in. Dear congressional leaders, senators, and representatives, you have the power to condemn and sanction Turkey and Azerbaijan's pan-Turkic genocidal aggression aimed at the democratic, peaceful Armenian people of Artsakh. If stopping genocide is not enough of a reason for you, let me give you 3 more reasons why taking action on the truth right now is nothing short of absolutely necessary. First, Artsakh embodies American values of democracy and self-determination. It is the model American story of a people that lived under foreign rule and oppression, and despite it all, in 1988, became the first people to declare its independence from the Soviet Union through a democratically held referendum that unanimously called for self-determination. On the other side, Azerbaijan is wholly anti-American in every sense of the term. It's ruled by a family of dictators, the current one and his father before him, who derive their legitimacy not from the consent of the governed, but through jailing journalists, committing egregious human rights violations, curtailing the freedoms and liberties that you and the people of Artsakh hold so dear, and by perpetuating genocide. That's one. Let's move on to two. Second, Artsakh. While Artsakh is fighting for its existence, the Azerbaijani government is hiring extremist mercenaries from Syria, from Libya, from Pakistan to, for money, wage jihadist war against innocent Armenian lives. The vacuum created by a failed American leadership in post-Iraq and post-Afghanistan is looming yet again, with no engagement, with no action by you, my congressional leaders. Azerbaijan and Turkey are willing to fund and rebuild extremist terrorist groups to do their filthy work for them. If that's not enough, if it's not enough that Turkish and Azeri dictators are hiring extremist terrorists to carry out genocide on indigenous Armenian people, if that's not enough to get you to take action, then maybe it should be said loud and clear that on top of it all, on top of all the innocent bloodshed, it's American taxpayer money that's making it all possible. In the form of foreign military aid, American taxpayer money is being funneled to work against American interests and against American values in a piece of land that you might not heard of. But yet, a piece of land, a home, Artsakh, that I hope you now see, requires that you take action. Now that you see it, my congressional leaders, let me tell you how. Let's tell them how they're going to take action. Enough with the false parody. Congressional leaders, condemn Turkish and Azeri aggression in the form of egregious war crimes and broken humanitarian law. Stop Azeri aggression!
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 Stop Turkish 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 aggression!
But that's not enough. No, talk is cheap. Congressional leaders, I stand here not alone, no, but united to demand that you back up your words with the following. By placing crippling sanctions on Turkey and Azerbaijan. By freezing all assets belonging to dictator Erdogan of Turkey and dictator Aliyev of Azerbaijan. By ending all military aid to Turkey and Azerbaijan to stop their pan-Turkic genocidal aims. And last, but certainly not least, by recognizing Artsakh as a free, independent state that has the right, just like Americans did in 1776, to determine their own freedom, their own independence, and self-determination. My congressional leaders, take the first step and join 56 co-sponsors in signing on to the bipartisan HRES 1165, introduced by Representative Jackie Spear, that condemns Turkish and Azeri aggression. But, and I beg you, we beg you, the innocent lives in Artsakh beg you that you don't stop there. Once you sign on to HRES 1165, move forward. Support the Royce Engel proposal that puts the U.S. as a co-chair of the OSCE Minsk group, the group that's directly in charge of the Artsakh negotiation process, at the forefront of building and ensuring lasting peace for Artsakh. My congressional leaders, this is what is required of you. These are the steps you must take to uphold American values of self-determination, stand against terrorists and dictators, and stand with the truth, with your Armenian American constituency, and to stand with the Republic of Artsakh. Շարունակեք մեր պայքարը։ Մեր պայքարը չի ճանչնար նահանջ։ Բարձրացնենք մեր բազուկները, ուխտելով, որ Լոս Անջելեսեն, Բոստոն, Ամերիկայի մայրաքաղաք են, Վաշինգտոն DC-են, մինչև Հայաստանի մայրաքաղաքը, Երևան, և Արցախի մայրաքաղաքը, Ստեփանագերտ, բոլորս մեկ, մենք, հանուն խաղաղության, հանուն ազատության, հանուն անկախության և հանուն միացյալ Հայաստանի, միասին, իբր մեկ հայացքի բռունցք, հաղթելու ենք։
Ժողովուրդ, հիմա բոլորս միասնաբար պիտի հավաքվենք և պիտի քայլենք, պիտի քայլենք միասին under the leadership of our AYF. Եղած է? Okay. So, խնդրում եմ հետևեք մեր երիտասարդներին։
Ապրես Թերեզա Շան։
All right, let me just repeat that in English. Now, give a round of applause to Hungary, Teresa. Everybody. All right, great. Now, we're going to walk, we're going to march under the leadership of Hungary Sipan over here. Raise your hand, Hungary Sipan. All right. And we're going to march towards, follow the scouts on your right-hand side. Your right-hand side, you guys. Everybody make your way to this side. We're going to start our march around the Capitol. Alright, we're ready. We're going to start our march around the Capitol with our chants. Are you ready? Boykar, boykar, minçem veç!
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 Recognize ourselves!
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 Armenians want peace!
Armenians want peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Armenians want peace!
Armenians want peace!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Baku wants Yerevan!
Armenians want peace!
Armenians want peace!
Azeris want war!
Azeris want war!
Armenians want peace!
Armenians want peace!
Azeris want war!
Azeris want war!
Armenians want peace!
Armenians want peace!
Azeris want war!
Azeris want war!
Armenians want peace!
Armenians want peace!
Azeris want war!
Azeris want war!
Stop Turkey!
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 Stop Azerbaijan!
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 Erdogan must be gone!
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 Everyone is guilty! Everyone is guilty!
Erdogan is guilty!
Aliyev is guilty!
Aliyev is guilty! Boycott Turkey!
Aliyev is Turkey! Justice! No! 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 Justice! No!
Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice! Armenians demand justice! Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice!
Armenians demand justice! Armenians demand justice!
Armenians united will never be divided!
Armenians united will never be divided!
Armenians united will never be divided!
Yasin! Armenians united will never be divided!
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 Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Turn your backs toward the Capitol.
Yeah, we need the drone here.
Let's show them who's here.
That's good. There we have the camera in the back. Can you assist? Jeremy.
And now for the world to hear, for congressional leaders to hear, for Armenia to hear, and for the Republic of Artsakh to hear us. Let's chant as one community. Որպես մեկ հայացքի փռուցք հաղթելու ենք 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 Erdogan must be gone! 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 Shame on Erdogan! 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 Shame on Aliyev! 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 Azeri is out of Artsakh! 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 Turkey 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 out of Artsakh! What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Armenians demand justice! 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 Greeks demand justice! Greeks demand justice! Kurdish demand justice! Kurds demand justice! Kurdish demand justice! Kurds demand justice! Recognize Artsakh! 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 Yasin! Boycott, boycott, minchev verch! 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 Եվ բաժիկ այսօր համերցույցը մեր քայլերքով. Let's end today's protest with Armenia's national anthem. Միասին. 4 տուներով. 3 4